everybody. It is Call and Jose welcoming one and all to Talk and Call. How are you, Jose? How's it going, man?
Oh yeah, I'm really good. Another day over today. 2 more days to go. So in 48 hours time from now, I would be logging off work for 3 weeks. So
That
I'm
is
looking,
insane. That is insane. In America,
looking forward to it.
I bet. I couldn't even imagine something like that. But I'm very happy for you, my friend. And another person who I'm sure is happy for you, we're happy to have here. His name's Josh. It might not be the Josh you're thinking. Here he comes. Let me that banner out of your face. Sorry about that, Josh. What is up, man?
How are we doing? How are we doing? Good to be back on the show. Obviously, love the show. And yeah, happy to be back. Good to see you, Jose. Good to see you, Cole. So yeah,
likewise.
Yeah, very good to have you, man. Yeah, good time to be a Spurs fan. It's Christmas time. Everybody's happy having them coming off of a big win. Yeah, I mean, just how generally, if someone said Spurs to you, Josh, how are you feeling? You feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good. You know, right now it's nice to be a Tottenham fan. There are a couple of fixtures coming up that it's going to be very, very tough. But yeah, looking forward to what we're going to be talking about this stream. And yeah, all good, yeah.
Love it, wonderful. Yeah, and Jose, you too, right? I mean, it's a pretty good time to be a Spurs fan. There were times even a couple weeks ago, Spurs the butt of jokes, but now we're back on. We're riding the wave back up. The trajectory looks to be upwards. So yeah, I mean, you feeling happy? Yeah, pretty good time to be a Spurs fan for you.
Are you speaking through your mic or through your this?
Let me check.
Yeah, I was gonna say
you're not sounding, so you need to sound.
Well, until then, hey, now you guys can hear me through here. Yeah, but let me fix it. I want it coming through the other one. But anyway, yeah. So, Jose, pretty good time to be a Spurs fan, right? I mean, you're pretty happy with the trajectory of things, with how things are going.
I've been a fan for far too long, Colin. For me, it's always good to be a Spurs fan. Through thick,
yes.
I've always been a Spurs fan, so yeah, I ride the crests and the waves, and I also try to get my floats out when we're sinking. So, so to me, it's always good to be a Spurs fan. Can't hear you, mate.
It's the crest of a wave. But we're at the top, Jose, right now. What I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like it's very nice to be back on that upward trajectory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't working every time. I think it's back on now. Yeah. Okay. We'll hope this stays working. I'm only gonna try it one more time. Everyone, sorry for the terrible quality in between time. But yeah, Josh. I mean, my mom's probably gonna be making fun of my mic. My mom works in radio and TV, and so she's a big. Right, she wasn't ripping into me there, but yeah, guys. So, yeah, good time to be a Spurs fan, and what I like best is kind of the trust that we can do putting into the youth with these big contracts for players. We've seen, we just saw Destiny get a new huge contract. And one could argue that's just as much for Tottenham and their protection as it is for Destiny and for him. But still, I mean, that's an insane contract, Josh. Right? Like, just real quick, I don't think I've talked to you about Destiny's new contract. That's crazy. Until 2030. That's. I feel like that's a very long time for a contract.
Look, I personally, I think he deserves it, and he really. I just put out a video on my YouTube channel saying why Tottenham's by them giving Destiny Udogie right now a contract, why it's such an important move. Because look, I mean, I believe that Destiny Udogie will probably leave the club in about 2-3 years if a big club comes in for him, because he's that much of a good left back. He's that much of a quality left back, and the fact that we don't have many amazing left backs anymore in the world. And we got one of the best ones. We do have one of the best left backs currently in the world on form in our team. I just think get the youngsters on a new contract. In my opinion, I think you need to get Pape on a contract. Look into Pedro Porro, see how long. I don't know how long he has left on his contract. Look to seal him up to a new contract as well. And the youngsters, I think the youngsters are. What's that noise? It's manual. Yeah. So yeah, keep them up to new contract. And yeah, overall, great news.
Man, 100%, 100%. And guys, we've got a couple people in the chat that we need to say hey to. Ellie is here. Ellie's in the chat. Not feeling too good though, guys. Ellie said she's here, but she's got a head cold. I got the boys tucked in bed, but she's watching the show to support us. Big up, Ellie. We are here to support you. Sending good thoughts your way. Hope you get to feeling better ASAP. Take good care of yourself, Ellie. You guys can hear me too, right? Just making sure. Doing my right. Okay, quality check. All right, good. We're good. Adrian says, good afternoon, all. Good afternoon, Adrian. And I think he said it on both channels because he is awesome. And I wanted to add to everybody watching. As always, we're dual streaming. We're on Jose's channel and my channel. Well, Jose's channel and our channel. But Talking Ball and Eltel Cockerel. So please get over and slap a like on Eltel Cockerel if you're watching there, or over on Talking Ball if you're watching on Eltel Cockerel, and watch wherever you feel like it. But just make sure you've liked and subscribed to both. Everybody helps the shows, helps us succeed, and helps us do well at this thing we're doing. So come on, guys, it's free. Help us out. We got my mom's here, everybody. Loving the Christmas sweater background, very festive. Thanks. I stole it off the Tottenham Hotspur official site, so if they see this, I'm probably going to jail. Oh wait, and it's Jose. I didn't even see these. These came out of my own heart. I didn't even see these messages that you had typed in here about the dual stream. So there you go, dude. See, boom. You're thanking who are you thanking for the support there?
No, what I did is I was trying to log into my work computer and I pressed the wrong buttons. So anyway, Can I just say two big shout outs? One is to Ellie. Yeah, Ellie's not feeling very well. So yeah, Ellie, we hope that your virus or whatever you've got goes quickly and passes. And also to Chris Meta Football TV, mate, you're in my thoughts today with the ongoing issues. So
I don't know what's going on, but you're in my thoughts too, man. And I hope everything I hope everything gets better as soon as possible, Chris.
Yeah. So hopefully, so big thoughts for both Adrian and for Chris.
Yeah.
From me and Colin and from John.
Boom. Absolutely. 100%. This is all a big Spurs community that we're creating, and if someone in the community is not doing well, we all stop what we're doing and just do what we can to help, and that's what it's all about, for real. So yeah, guys, we're coming in as Spurs fans high off that win. I'm really that was a terrible segue. I'm just changing the subject because trying to keep spirits up a little bit. But yeah, everybody, please spare a thought for them, please. But yeah, it's Champions League time. There's some matches today. Any of the matches got any of you guys excited?
For what match?
Are you exactly for what match? Are you excited about any of the Champions League matches today?
Oh, the Champions League. Sorry, I didn't hear what you just said then, Colin.
Sorry, right. My fault.
So am I excited? Yes, I am, but for probably differing reasons to anybody else that be watching it. So I play in a fantasy European Champions League.
Oh, nice. That's
so every year that we enter it, I think there's 8 groups of 6. There's 48 competitors. And what you end up doing is you get, after the initial draw's made, the organizer puts teams into pot 1, 2, and pot 3. You can only use 2 teams from pot 1, 2 teams from pot 2, and 2 teams from pot 3. And you have to put the order of preference of what match you want them to represent you in. And then you get pitched against other people in your groups. and it's the score on the day that counts.
Hmm.
And tonight in my last game, I'm top of my group at the moment and currently qualifying. I've got 11 points. I've got 3 wins and 2 draws. The person's second has 10. The person's third has 9. The person's 4th, 5th, and 6th have got no chance of qualifying now. And my team that I've got tonight is I've got Barcelona.
Of course you
And,
do.
and I'm playing against someone that has FC Porto. So they've got Porto and they're at home, and I've got Barcelona who are away. And it's the goals you score that count, and that gives you the score for the night. So if Porto scored 1, and if Porto scored 1 goal tonight and I scored 2, then I would win 2-1 tonight, and I would certainly
Even if you lost to Antwerp 3-2.
Yeah, but it's just the goals that score. The goals that
Yeah.
count. There's only the goals that count. So tonight, I'm going to be keeping a keen eye on Barcelona Antwerp.
I was
And
going to
also,
say, so
I'm going to be looking at Porto versus Shakhtar, because that has an effect on me, because I need Porto to score less goals than Barcelona. So that's
see,
why
I need
that's
Porto to score more goals, because your head's big enough already winning. I think you're gonna, if you win this and you like our league, and then you win this as well. I don't think your head's gonna be able to fit through the door, mate.
Colin, slow down. But then also as well, there's somebody else in our group matches tonight that have got Newcastle against Barcelona. So it's Newcastle's goals against Barcelona, and I can't remember who the other team was. There's another team, Borussia Dortmund. Right, so another person in our group has got Borussia Dortmund playing tonight,
Okay.
and that might well be against Barcelona as well. So
That's a pretty neat game that you guys have there. That's pretty cool. I've never heard of doing a league like that, so maybe I'll have to look into that. But
yeah, because what we do, we enter a fantasy football league as well. So after when the season starts, we enter a fantasy football league. 16 of us. We all go down to a pub. We all get £50 million to spend, and you can bid for players in an auction, and you can't go over £50 million. Sorry, 50 million? Yeah, you can't go over £50 million, and you got to pick a team of 11 players, and you play against each other throughout the season, but it's only the goals scored by the players that you've selected on that game week that count. So last weekend I beat my opponent 2-1. Destiny Udogie scored for me. He's in my team, and
Nice.
so's William of Fulham.
Ooh,
So I ended up winning my game.
ooh, that's
2-1.
dirty.
Yeah, so I ended up winning my game 2-1. Last season, I bought Erling Haaland, sorry. I
I
bought
was
him
like,
for
wait, what year is this?
yeah, I bought him for 41 million, and I only had 50 million to spend. And on one player, I spent 41 million, and then on the other players, I spent 9 million each on them to bring them in. Because you don't have to buy a keeper, you have to buy 10 players. So I spent 1 million on every other player and 41 on Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland walked away with, I can't remember how many league goals he walked away with, but the goals in midweek don't count at all. So in the end, and it does not every week, it only counts when you're actually playing a match. So in the end, I ended up finishing mid-table, even though I had the biggest goal scorer in the league.
Well, that's not fair.
Sounds like
How's
a hell
that
of a
fair?
league.
How is that fair? But no, fun. That sounds fun though. I'd like to get in on that. It sounds like a cool way to do it. I've never taken part in any fantasy football or anything like that. But out of all the matches, I was going to ask, are there any that you think are worth watching?
The
So you know
PSG
that we
one.
now. That is going to be, for one, yes. That is absolutely going to be a great match. Is that the one that's got you hyped up? The one you're going to be checking out for sure?
Yeah, 100%. I think PSG and Dortmund. That's one to watch. And also, by the way, I do agree with
Newcastle?
Jose though. I know, but I think Jose here has a shout with Barcelona and Antwerp. I don't know why. I think that's going to be a good game to watch. I mean, I know.
We'll get to see Tobes out there doing his thing against
Yeah.
Barcelona. That's going to be sweet. It'll be worth watching just for that. If you ask me.
But Josh, Barcelona have already won the group.
Yeah, no. I'm saying
no.
for football entertainment.
No, Barcelona haven't won the group. Sorry, Barcelona sit on 12 points, and
Yeah.
Porto and Shakhtar both sit on 9. So if Barca were to lose at Antwerp, and either Porto or Shakhtar win by whatever goals, then they could win the group. So Barcelona definitely need at least 1 point to top the group, and obviously avoid playing one of the seeded teams in the next round. So
Yeah,
Barcelona
one
need
of
to
the
go out
first
to win the game.
No, but I'm saying in terms of view, in terms of watching good football, I think PSG would be the best game to watch. But I think Barcelona versus Antwerp, it will be a great game to actually see Barcelona play because not many people not many people watch La Liga, and if you enjoy Champions League, I'll tell you what, Antwerp can put up a fight. And like we saw, I think Copenhagen got through to the next round.
Yeah, Gala. They beat
Yesterday,
Gala 1-0
yeah.
yesterday.
So you never know. And
Oh.
Antwerp also teamed
Suck
that
it
are
and
quite good.
Dombele. Yeah,
Mm.
definitely. It's gonna be a good one. And then Newcastle. I mean, I'm excited for the Newcastle match just from a Premier League perspective, just to see.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they put in a good win, I mean, yeah, it'll get them. They'll be probably very tired from what they've put into it, but that would really maybe help kind of propel them in the league. I don't know. It could, but it could also hurt them. I don't know. It's interesting. Like I said, like that from a variety of angles.
So but Antwerp have conceded 15 goals already in 5 games. They've scored 3 and conceded 15. So they have been the whipping boys of the group, Antwerp, up until now. They've got 0 points. They cannot qualify for the UEFA Cup either.
Wow.
So the only team, the 3 teams to qualify from that group, 2 will be Champions League and 1 will be the UEFA Cup. The UEFA Cup, is that still called the second cup?
The Europa League.
So,
The Europa League, yeah.
So-
Jose, what year did you just time travel to in
I'm-
your brain?
I'm showing my age. But in that group, Barca, Porto, and Shakhtar, the 3 of them are nailed on to go to whatever competitions in February. But Antwerp are completely out. But the other game that's interesting, Josh, is I know that you're saying Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, but if that ends up a draw and there's a winner out of Newcastle and Milan, Paris could be out. So Paris have got to go out and win it, but Newcastle and Milan, they're both not only to play to win Newcastle and Milan, but to stay in Europe just beyond February, regardless of what competition. It comes down to the wire because all 4 teams can still play in Europe. There's only 3 places.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be an interesting game to watch.
No, but overall, I think tonight's it's obviously Champions League, so it doesn't really matter who you watch. It's always going to be an entertaining game. Yeah. I think even the teams like Young Boys and Man City,
the Feyenoord Celtic match. I think that would be that's actually going to be a pretty good match.
Yeah.
You've got it on your screen. Who's at home? Atletico or Lazio?
Hold on.
Scroll down.
Not all of them weren't there yet. Hold on.
Are they playing each other tonight?
Yeah, I think so.
Atletico Madrid.
Because they're in the same group as Celtic. And
Yeah,
Feyenoord.
Atletico Madrid are home.
Okay.
Atletico.
So Madrid have 11 points and Lazio have 10. They both qualified already, but this is to be the group winner. So that could be an important game tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. I have to work.
Which one are you watching, Colin? Which one are you watching?
It's tough. I have to work this afternoon, so I'll definitely have it on in the background. And I really, really tough. But I want to watch just for studying purposes. I want to watch Newcastle. I also want to watch. I have a really stupid cheeky bet that involves the PSG match, so I'll probably watch it as well.
Go on, tell us what the bet. Go on. You can't just say you got a bet and not tell us what the bet is. Come on.
All right, I told Jose earlier, and he's like, "That's the dumbest bet ever."
He's got a mad bet. So he's got Barcelona to win away tonight.
Okay.
And he's also got the other team he's got are already qualified as well. So he's got Barca to win away tonight, and he also has.
Let me get it pulled up. It's so bad that I can't even remember it.
You got the two. Man City to win away, Barcelona to win away, and then he's got Newcastle, Milan, and Borussia PSG, both draws.
Yeah. I think it's gonna
well, Barcelona are going to win. City are going to win. Newcastle are going to get absolutely smashed tonight, and Dortmund PSG will probably be a draw. So I can't lie. Bit of a mental bet, but
you should have seen the odds I got. Okay.
The odds are great. Yeah, but I told you, Colin. The reason why the odds are good for you is because the two draws bump up the draws. The the two victories that you've got, Barcelona and Man City, although they're both playing away, they're going to be odds on. But the two draws you got will give you that's what's giving you the value in the bet.
Yeah, those wins though were just kind of to help like we do this, I swear it's different. I don't know, but the odds accumulation thing. If you throw in some sure winners in there, you can get it going. I'll talk to you guys when I win. I'll talk to you guys after the win. Okay.
Just bigging up everyone in the chat. Sorry, you got just bigging up everyone in the chat. You got Beard Talk. Beard Talk was asking, is it just one stream? And
he said he found it.
He's found that it's both streams. He's asking people to hit the like.
Hell yeah, hit the like.
Tottenham Mum has been over to both channels. Good afternoon, Liam. How are you? Hope you're well, sir.
Liam, are you related to Tom Hardy? I'm just kidding. Just being fun.
That's Hardy, not rather Hardy. Beard Talk, when do the scores need to be turned in? So the scores for the predictions is tomorrow. That's when we're going to be doing the show. If people were to post them early on our videos, then we'll pick them up. But otherwise, it will be in tomorrow's show for that. Yeah. And then we
tell you what, I need to get involved with that. I swear I'll win the league. Oh
my God! All right, it's like that already. He comes in. He's sure. I like the confidence. I like your confidence, man.
Can I just say, I've heard 38 other people say the same thing.
I'm on a comeback. I'm coming back. I'm working my way back up.
How many teams we got? Sorry, how many teams am I above? Should I say 38 more? There's 39.
I was gonna say. I hope you lose your Champions League thing tonight, Jose. Just for your own ego.
That's what we like.
Just for your own ego.
There's nothing wrong with my ego. I'm just jesting, man. God.
Me too. But I've been told recently I don't have a good jesting voice. Like nobody can tell when I'm being sarcastic. I was like, well, that's no good because like half the time I am. Like that sucks.
Yeah, we've got the predictions is going quite well. We've got quite a few people that tune in and do the predictions. We've got quite a few people that started last week as well. And from starting last week, there's people that have done really, really well starting last week.
Yeah. So Daniel E, big up. I didn't say big up. Big up, Daniel E. Good to have you here, man. So another question I was going to add, I kind of was like padding it with, we talked, Destiny's getting this new contract. Do you guys think that's more for we clearly tied him down to a longer contract because we expect people to be in for him like next year or the year after. And we want to say, well, he's still got 5 years on his contract. So he's going to cost $100 million. You know what I mean? Like we're gonna make up, so it's just gonna be astronomical because of the big contract. I think it was done more to protect the club. Obviously, we want to keep him as long as possible. I think we know that we probably won't be able to, and hence the big contract. Would you guys agree?
Are you being cynical, Colin?
Am I? I don't know. Maybe.
I'm asking you. Are you being cynical? Because to me,
not on purpose.
Because to me, the only reason why I say that is I would like to think, right, that the reason why they've offered him a new contract is because he's worth that contract. Well, he's came in, he's proven himself. They can see he's worth more, and than he's worth more than what their initial outlay was for him. He's probably worth more than what they projected for him. But also with that, where they've seen him on the job already, he's probably worth more or paying more money than what we actually offered him. So
it's what Daniel just wrote. It's to protect his value exactly there.
That's what I was saying. He definitely deserves it, and I don't think that. I just think the length of it was to protect his value. Was for us to be able to, when teams come in for him inevitably, because he's that good, we'll be able to say, well, man still has, 5 years left on his contract. So
you also got to think about it. Let's say if we were to sell Destiny Udogie, which other left back comes into Tottenham Hotspur side and can play that inverted left back as well as Udogie's doing right now?
He's too good. We'd be fools to let him go. That's what Jose is saying too. I think. I don't want to put words in your mouth, Jose, but I think you're thinking that we would be crazy to let him go.
Yeah, I don't think we want to let him go. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day,
we want to keep him.
You don't want to let him go, but everybody, I'm afraid, has their price. And the thing we've got to be wary of going forward in the future, and this is where we've got to take emotion out of it, right? We need to take emotion out of it, and in the future, we need to think to ourselves, like let's say when they wanted to offer the money for Dele Alli, and when they were trying to offer the money for someone like Eric Dyer back in the days and all that, had we taken that money then, then we would have been quids in, because further down the line, they've not proved to be worth that value. So sometimes you need to sell players at the right time. Other clubs seem to do it. We just don't. We just hang on to them for too long.
It's because we don't know how to move on.
Yeah, we just hang on to them for too long, don't we?
But hopefully, we've got a whole new regime in basically for transfers and identifying new transfer targets, bringing in youth, bringing in young guys, and with this whole like number based model of Longa or Lange or whatever you want to call him, he's gonna come in and so hopefully that's a thing of the past and we're past that. That's the hope at least. But yeah.
Coach, do you mind if I ask a question for the panel? I was thinking about this. Just today. Hypothetically speaking, you're Sunderland. Now, what would you rather? Would you rather your team play? Would you rather your team have the best attacking players or the best defensive players? Now, I've got my answer.
If we're who?
If you're Sunderland, for example, a team that's absolutely rubbish, no offense to any Sunderland fans, but if you are Sunderland...
all my Sunderland fans just unsubscribed right now. All gone.
What would you rather? Would you rather have the best attack in the world or the best defense in the world?
Attack, of course, right?
Okay, why would you say attack?
Because it's fun to watch, as just like playing. I mean, it's...
Okay, but having the best defense in the world wins you titles.
Yeah, but
see?
Okay. So let me ask you that. I mean, I'll answer your question with a question.
It's the building block and the foundation for winning titles. But if you've got the best defense in the world, you don't lead goals, but then you've got a team that's impotent and doesn't score goals, then 30 draws doesn't win your title. So, but I do understand. The bedrock of a team is built on a solid defense.
But I would say that an attack is the best. Why? Because imagine having the best defense in the world, but you're not great in attack. Do you know how boring that football would be? You take out an hour and 45 minutes every single week to go watch the most boring football in the world. We've already done it for a year or 2 or 3. So I'm saying if we've got the best attack in the world, okay, sure, we'll lead goals, but we'll certainly score goals, and we'll certainly have a more active game. Now, I think under Ange, the way I'm trying to connect this, what he's trying to do is that he's already got a good front line. He's got a good front line. The front line isn't that bad. Now, the defense is what he's trying to solidify, and then he will move on to the attack. That's what it's looking like. Because with all these rumours that's coming along, it's saying, Tottenham need to get another centre back. Tottenham need to get this defensively, that defensively, and then soon they'll go more towards the attack. So I believe that the best form of defence is attack. But no, I just thought that was an interesting topic because I had that conversation with my friend. He agreed with me. So yeah, you're muted, I think. You know?
Where's he gone?
And fixed it.
There
Sorry about that. Yep.
So you've got Beer Talk.
I know what you're saying.
Hopefully we stick in the stat-based model. Yeah. Liam's saying the best form of defence is attack.
Very true.
January's saying there's always been defence that wins your titles. Beer Talk says defence wins championships. Has been disproven many times over. And then you got Daniel saying, I've seen another teams in the Premier League smash goals in look at Liverpool, 97 points. It was not their attack that lost them the title. It was individual errors by the defence in crucial games. What sticks in my mind was the year that Chelsea, I think Brendan Rodgers was their manager,
Oh man,
few
wait,
years,
Brennan.
yeah, a few years before what Daniel Lee's talking about, them points when they had Brendan Rodgers as manager and they had Stevie Gerrard, Suarez, and all them lot playing for them. They looked absolute.
You said Chelsea. You said Chelsea, but you meant Liverpool. But it's okay. I know what you mean.
Yeah, Liverpool. They had world beaters in the sense that they had Suarez, they had Sturridge when he was on point. Him and they were scoring goals for fun. Coutinho was in the team. And they individual errors. I remember them drawing a match 3-3 versus Crystal Palace, where they dropped 2 points, and then obviously the infamous match. I think it was against Chelsea, where Gerrard slipped, and they
Slippy G.
Yeah, they ended up losing 2-0, didn't they? So, and then they ended up losing the title that season when they looked odds on to win it, didn't they? So,
yeah, it's a good point.
So
I'm yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, no, all very good points. All very good points. Todd Spurs is in the building, saying big up to all of us.
Hi, Todd Spurs.
Yeah, best mod in the world, Todd Spurs. No, I'm just kidding. There's a lot of people competing for that title, so I don't want to say that. But I do want to say though that I agree with what you're saying, Josh, about defense being the best form of attack. And an attacking team being more fun to watch than a defensive one. We were lucky. I think under under Mourinho, we got some really good attacking ball. It was out of Son and Kane mostly.
It was more counter attacking. So
yeah, it was fun though at times. Like whenever it came off. I know it didn't work all the time. You know, you can't counter attack against every single team. Teams have to attack you to counter attack them, obviously. But when it worked, it was fun. So at least we got to see like some fun with him, as opposed to Conte, where it was just fucking terrible all the time. Pardon my language, but you know, just so bad. But yeah, guys. So, but looks like we're giving Sarr a contract just like the one that Udoji's got, or one that's going to be a lot like it. And do you guys think that is warranted? Do you think that's a good idea? Do you think? I don't know.
Brilliant stuff.
Good
brilliant stuff.
Yeah.
You know, when you've got someone as young as him being such a crucial player to a team like Tottenham. Now, I'm not going to say we're going to win league titles and we're going to win the Champions League. I'm saying when you got a player who you can see is progressing inside a Tottenham team that has the potential to win cups, and we know what it takes to win a cup at Tottenham Hotspur. It is bloody hard. So when you've got someone that young who is now understanding the way Tottenham's working, and he's at such a crucial point in that Tottenham side, you have to nail him down to another contract, because you know people are comparing him to Paul Pogba. Now, the way I see Pape Sarr is I've seen defensively, he's such a solid player. He knows how to defend so well, but going forward, he knows how to progress so well. He can get into the box so well. So as a young Spurs fan myself, you know, it's fantastic to see. It's fantastic to see Pape Sarr being implemented into this Tottenham side. Also, sure, thing I was going to say, gives everyone a clean slate. You know, when you got a new manager like Ange, you know, you got players like Pedro Porro who didn't start well this season. You got players like Richarlison who's been here and there. So you know, it's good to see that Pape Sarr is a player who's been consistent, and yeah, I think it's also to protect his value, and also because his value is only going to go up. So yeah, protect the value. That's basically it. Jose, what do you think?
Yeah, you agree?
Well, I think that some of the players that we've got have improved under Ange, right? And from that improvement under Ange, I think what's ended up happening is some people have improved under Ange and have proved their worth, and now we're signing them to longer term contracts. So you've got Pape Sarr, you've got Udogie. I'll tell you what, Van der Ven had a clean run up until now, no injuries. I wouldn't have been surprised whether they might have been looking to even offer.
For sure. He would for sure be being offered a new one, I think.
That's what I'm saying. Some of these players have played so well, that I think that they've played themselves into a position where we're just like, boy, we've got to tie these people down.
Right. Yeah.
to protect ourselves. So I think at the end of the day, the players are going to be rewarded. So those that have stuck with it and then believe in the program, they're going to be rewarded, so to speak, with new contracts. And those that don't believe in the program and that he feels are not worth it won't be rewarded. And I think that's fair, basically. You shouldn't just be given for given's sake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Right, for sure. Definitely.
What about players? Sorry, quick one. What about players like Jed Spence? You see, are you thinking of implementing him into the system maybe this year when he comes back on his loan, or like what's going on with him? Anyone? What are your thoughts on Jed Spence?
right, so I don't know him personally, Josh. Right,
Yeah.
but from what people have been saying along the lines, and I mean, at the end of the day, whether this is true or not, I don't know. But people say that his attitude's really poor. People have said that his family get involved.
People say the same thing about you too, though, Jose.
Yeah, that his attitude is poor. But my family don't turn up at my job and start telling my directors what I need to do and what they should be doing. And apparently the family get involved and they've gone to the training ground and stuff like that. And that he's got this big ego about himself, and his family have this big ego about him. And really what he should be doing, he should be just knuckling down and playing. Because it's unfortunate because he had a really good season when he was out on loan at Forest from Middlesbrough. He had a really good season because we bought him on the back of that good season he had. But apparently there, he was knuckling down and getting on with it. But then he got his big-time move to Tottenham, and apparently his demeanour changed completely. He became Johnny Big Bollocks, if you like.
I mean, if anyone wanted to call me Johnny Big Bollocks, so that's a cool nickname.
But since then he hasn't played for Tottenham. He's been farmed out. And I just hope, and this is only for me, for his sake, because everyone has their own issues and that to deal with. I just hope for his sake, he just wants to knuckle down and get on and play. Because I don't know how he's taken it. He's been out injured. So some people could take it two ways. You could be in the mindset of, well, I'm injured. I'm still going to get paid for being injured. And, suck it and see. I'm earning thousands, not playing, and I'm injured. And I'm happy with that. Or there could be people that are hungry. They're injured and they want to be playing. They want to be working. They want to be playing. And I'm hoping that he's one of these that, gets back from injury, but wants to put his head down and get on with the game at Leeds. So...
Yeah. I hope you're right. Hopefully he's going to that second type and he's going to put his head down and knuckle down and get going. Real quick, didn't mean to cut you off. Josh has indicated that he has to go do that thing that he was talking about having to go do.
I might come back, but if I don't, thank you, Colin and Jose, once again.
No, thank you, Josh. Thank you
always,
very
man.
much.
It's great having you on. And we'll plug you more times before you go. You want to plug your channel really fast?
Very quickly on Spurs Live, you can check me out on YouTube, Spurs Live. Really trying to get that 1.4K I think it is right now. So if you guys can go smash the subscribe button on Spurs Live on YouTube, gratefully appreciated. And subscribe to these guys. What are you doing? You got on the chat, you're not subscribed.
Colin will put you up, put your channel up so we can plug your channel away.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one, bro.
Day,
thanks.
Thank you, Josh. Take care, mate. Yeah, come
have a good one, Jose.
Yeah, you, mate. Take care.
You, bro.
So you got Lee Smith has popped in quickly. Top Spurs is asking people to sub to the channel, and he's put it in there. Spurs Live. Well done. Yeah, sorry, he's got Josh's channel in there. Thank you very much.
Boom. Nice job, Top Spurs. Appreciate you, bro.
You've got Liam Harty saying building foundations. Yeah. Danny saying what I don't want to do is give these extensions too early, and then their form drops off massively. When we're stuck with them, you also got to think about the smart business model as well. True, but as I said, with some of the players that we're offering it to, it'll be worth it in the long run. So you got Ellie back again. Ellie, we did shout you out at the beginning of the show, wishing that you get all better. And yes, we are talking about Jed Spence. Some love from Beer Talk for the Queen.
Gotta love the love.
We better all behave.
I'm all about it, yeah.
And then you've got Beer Talk thanking Josh and Josh thanking everybody. We have now caught up with the chat.
Boom. I think right now is as good of a time as any. There was an announcement we wanted to make. You want to hold off, or you want to go ahead? Should we? What do you think?
Announcement we want to make?
Yeah, I just wanted a plug to plug something. I don't,
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I'm hoping. Well, maybe. I don't know because I don't know whether the other program's finished yet. So bear with me a second, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody, but yeah, we're talking just the young players. Spurs have currently, the big old contract that we gave to Destiny Udogie, and how he absolutely deserved it. We're talking about then the purported contract for Sarr, and whether or not this is Spurs rewarding the players for their play or protecting their assets or both. And yeah,
I think it's as we said. I think it's a bit of both. But I mean, like anything nowadays, nothing's private anymore. You can find out absolutely everything. And if you really want to look through the books, you can probably find out the salaries for a lot of these players because nothing's kept private anymore.
Oh yeah. Sean could figure it out.
And for me, I would say that the money that we paid for Destiny and the money that he's on, he's worth much more. We all know that he's worth much more than that.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He and I think that he knew that he would soon be getting a big old raise like this, if he continued playing the way here that he had been in, if not even better.
So at the end of the day, there's a lot of the players that we want them to. I would love them to get contracts because I think they're worth it. And at the end of the day, like anything, Colin, you and I work for a living, and if you are valued, then it's human nature. You do a better job.
Yeah, for sure.
So at the end of the day, that's what we'd like. So I'd like to think that by rewarding these players, we're actually helping them, but we're also helping ourselves by doing this. So
agreed, 100%.
It will be good.
But Daniel E likes to point out though that we're a club known for giving players too many contracts. 10 years later, we're still here stuck with Dyer and Davies and company. I had to learn from past mistakes, but Dyer and Davies kept getting more and more. They never got like one really big contract from what I can remember. It was always more like a bumper you know what I mean? Like an extension on an extension. It was never this big long contract we've given to Udogie. I think it's going to only pay dividends because I think that people are going to try prying him away from us, even with this new contract. So I don't think we're stuck with him in any kind of fashion. But Jose, I don't know if you would agree there.
What's that? No, I think that what's happened was the mistakes have happened in the past, right? And I'd like to think that we now know that when players reach their sell-by date, that's it. They reach their sell-by date, or that we can sell at the right time and not do what we've done in the past. And that's what I'm hoping will end up happening.
Yeah, so, but and so Daniel, I guess, is saying that he's afraid of these contracts we're giving out being an example of Spurs not having learned from their ways.
But this is where I'm saying I think we have. I think at the end of the day, when it's so high profile, the examples, and we can see that we've made these errors, and other people can see that we've made these errors. It doesn't take. Well, I don't want to be derogatory to people that have got disablements, i.e. not being able to see. Everyone can see this. Everyone can see what Tottenham have done. Everyone can see it for what it is. And, I think we've learned from our mistakes. I don't think we'll do these things again. I think we've got the right crew behind us now, the right people. And the right people will know when it's time to let them go, i.e. because they're reaching a peak, i.e. because we're going to start a new project, we're going to play a different way of football, and if so, the player is still valuable at this time, but won't fit the new way that I play. A bit like what Man City do. Man City are not afraid of letting players go. Other clubs are not afraid of letting players go because they're evolving as teams, and therefore the players that are still good players may not evolve into the new way that they're looking to play, and then they let them go. We just need
Daniel makes a good point though, saying that that they're on really good form. They have really good form right now currently, but that's not a guarantee that they'll play at this level forever. and that we see players form drop off. Hopefully, I'm just hoping the contract we gave him wasn't anything crazy. Yeah, it's a long-term contract.
But
I
like
haven't seen the purported wages.
Yeah, but like I said with the contracts, and I'll go back to it again. At the end of the day, if they're playing, the players are all playing well, right? Then, if the players are playing well, and if they're not playing well, as a manager, you'll see when the right time and the wrong time is. But we've not done this before, and for hook or by crook, we've kept hold of players in the past. We've not sold them when we've got offers for them because, I mean, who knows? When Man United were making the offers for Dele Alli and for when the offers, so I'm just going to add Ash, right?
Yep, hold on, let me change to the and
Yeah,
Ash is
welcome,
here.
Right, so just finishing off, and then Ash, I don't know if she's heard us, but she can comment on it as well. When we had a chance of the bids were coming in for your Dyers and your Allis from Man United back in the day, at that time, I don't know whether it's because we felt that there was more to come from them. I don't know whether it was Pochettino saying, well, can't get rid of them because they're not going to let us buy any players to replace them. You know, there could have been so many different variables at the time, and that's why we didn't do it. Now, I'm hoping that going forward, we're giving out these contracts to players, which is good, and to these youngsters. But I'm hoping also that we have changed as a club. So whether it be the manager or the people around the backroom staff, that we have now changed and that we'll know if the time is right to let a player go or not. Unlike in the past where we didn't. But it could have been, as I said, it could have been that clubs were prepared to give money. Levy didn't want the money that was being offered. He wanted more. Or that Poch didn't want to let him go because Poch knew he weren't going to bring nobody in. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that we've learned from our mistakes. Anyway.
And I think, and yeah, exactly. And real quick, before we get any further with comments, Ash is here, everybody. What is up, Ash? How's it going?
Ash has been busy.
Everywhere. Yeah. Ash is here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, we appreciate you being here, Ash.
I'm being shameless. I'm going everywhere. I mean, I just had the best time on Ben's show, so it's really fun.
Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah. I'm enjoying myself. I started. Yeah, I mean, it's just fun. Like I get to meet lots of people, talk to new people, do fun things, and the comments. I get the best comments everywhere I go. So it's just like a great journey.
Fantastic. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying yourself.
Me too.
What
it's all about is for fun.
I think the question that was being posed just before you came along was this one, I think.
Yeah.
We're a club known for giving players too many contracts. 10 years later, we're still stuck here with Dyer and Davis and co. And we have to learn from our past mistakes.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's with like all footballers. At the end of the day, unfortunately, with all sport, a player is a depreciating value in the sense that yes, the price will rise to a certain extent, but after that, as the player ages, they depreciate in value. And if you're a bad player to begin with or an average player to begin with, that depreciation starts happening a lot faster with people like Dyer and Davies, etc. Like Sonny is older than Davies, but Sonny's value doesn't depreciate at the same rate as Ben Davies's does because, he's still a class player. So that means if you're a smart business, then you have to get rid of these players at the right time. You have to identify them at their peak and get rid of them just as it passes by, so that we can get somebody better in their place and upgrade on them, especially with these type of average players or above average players like Dyer. I mean,
well, the worry from them, Ash, was that we're giving these big contracts, and he's since clarified that he's not really worried about it with these two. But we were talking about in the context of giving these big contracts first to Destiny. Now it's looking like we're giving one to Sar. Do you think that maybe we're giving them contracts based on form when we should be maybe waiting a bit, or do you think we're trying to protect our assets by giving them these contracts?
The thing is, all these people, Sar, Destiny, they're so young. Even if we give them 5-year contracts, they'll only be 25 when they're done with them. It's not the same as with cases like Dyer. people like Dyer and Davies, it's a whole different scenario. So I think that it's an absolutely great calculated risk, because if it pays off, it means that we could be getting, with inflation and the amount that the market's increasing by 100 or 150 million for a fullback like Udogi. And and if they don't, if it doesn't come off and it's a fail, um, that still means that he's given 5 years to the club, and then he can carry on to somewhere else, and he's still 25. So even at 4 years into his contract, if we sell him, some other club will buy him and hope he comes good because he's so young.
Yeah, I think with the comment that Daniel Lee's made, it's players that have been with us a lot longer. So some of these players are into their second or third contracts, and I
Those
think,
you have to sell.
yeah, I think that what he's trying to get to is will we learn from our mistakes, and I think that we will, because after the first contract, so basically Destiny is on his second contract.
Yeah.
Saar, if he gets offered, will be on his second contract. And it's not letting people go to second and third contracts. It's about getting it right. Do they deserve? Do you want them to have that contract? What's the forward thinking with it? And I think that now, or I'm hoping now, that we have learned from the past, and we've got a team with Ange and Lange and Langer and stuff, people like that, that will know this, and with Scott Munn, and that will know this and take care of this going forward.
Faux show. And real quick, sorry, I'm totally chopping up the flow here, but I just want to say we got some people in the house that came with Ash, I think. Whose News popped in. Whose News? What is up, my guy? Saying we're looking for kind of a creative, elegant, elegant makes me think of like Modric.
Hayden Hackney from Middlesbrough at the
Does he
moment.
play like Modric?
There's a lot of links out there saying that we're one of 4 Premiership clubs that are looking at him at the moment.
Sick, get him. Boris Britt came over too. Boris Britt, what is up, my G? Very good to have you here, man. Hope you're taking care of yourself, staying well. And then
with Levy and Ange, they would make it so they hit targets consistency, and then they will get pay rises for doing well in performances. And then Ben, good afternoon, Ben. Ben said, "Afternoon, guys, and Ash. Long time no see." Yeah. And then Whose News is also saying it should be the second England under-21 national. They were dynamite at the under-21 World Cup this summer. Daniel says, Colin, I've never wanted to come across as being negative. I just always look at things all the time in life from both sides, mate.
Yeah,
and we agree with you, mate. We agree with you.
Yeah, no one ever thinks of Daniel Lee as negative. We love Daniel Lee. He always he sort of speaks the truth, and he always has like very reasonable opinions. I think it's always, and he's been a Spurs fan for long, so
yeah.
And
we like you, brother. Don't worry.
You have Tottenham mum giving you love, Ash. So Julie's Collins' mum. We call her Tottenham mum. She's saying big up to you, Ash.
Oh. Thank you.
Yeah. She's big. She's big time Spurs as well. Big time, crazy Spurs.
And then he says, "Whose News? Whose News is on it today?"
He's a resident scout. Yeah,
he's a resident scout for us. And he says another one the scouts have been to watch is Bilal El Khanousi, the 19-year-old from KRC Genk. And
big up yourself. Whose News?
He's telling us, it's Soccermatics in it.
Yeah, hopefully it is.
And then Danny's come back in with, I'll be honest, watching Ndombele just milk the club for 5 years worth of wages just gets me worried a little bit, that's all. And Danny said, I get what he means. And then you've got love between Liam and Ash.
Boom. And that, ladies and gentlemen.
And that leads you into you showing what you wanted to show, because Ash is now here.
Ash, we were literally just about to talk about this. So Saturday, this Saturday, actually, right? If I can remember right, there's something cool that we're doing, and you are the main part. Boom.
The main protagonist. There we go.
Boom. There is the thumbnail. Ash, you got a show Saturday. If you want to.
Thumbnail? Did we not change it?
We did. This isn't the.
Yeah, it's not the updated thumbnail.
It's not.
No, I think we need to.
Don't worry. I have it. It's.
He has it. He's put yesterday's one up, but we've changed the thumbnail since yesterday.
Yeah.
All I've got to say, Ash, I don't know whether
No,
you've had
no.
I don't know whether you've had a look, but you've had a lot of support there already on that show.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Um,
There's been some comments.
I-
There's the one. There is the one, guys. Sorry
This
about
is the
that.
one that we are referring to. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
So just
So-
so when you look at it, or when you go to it, because it's in the future,
yeah.
without even beginning the show, you already have 23 likes.
Oh my god, I just love everyone I know. I'm just so wait, let me check it out. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
No, you're
23
good.
likes, but I don't know whether it will appear on Saturday, but there were some comments that were left there yesterday already. But today I can only see one comment, but there was a lot more yesterday. So I don't know.
I think I can find the rest.
I don't know when it comes to the show itself. You might see all the comments there when it comes to the day of the show.
Yeah. Hey, I see them there. They're all here. They're gonna. Yeah, they're gonna be
There's
there.
quite a few there, aren't there, already?
Yeah.
So Ash,
Yeah.
when you do the show on Saturday, you will be seeing a whole host of messages and for you that have already been left prior to the show starting. So you've got quite a few people.
We're all
That's-
excited. We can't wait.
People can be so awesome. I just it's so nice to sort of come into this community and get so much support. When you're starting something new, it's the best. And
It's scary.
it's not-
Starting out can be kind of scary, but if you got good people around you that are helping you out, and then good friends to
Mostly
come and join.
thanks to the two of you. Honestly, it's just thanks to the two of you. If none of this would have ever worked out if y'all hadn't had the idea to begin with, and because it's my God, y'all are awesome. Thank you so much.
No,
You're
thank
awesome.
you, thank you.
Yeah.
It's been you've educated us because we're both married anyway, Colin and I, and you're like our second wife to each of us because our wives tell us what to do, and so do you tell us what to do. So the thumbnail was created on your orders. We did it exactly how you wanted it, so you're telling us what to do.
Exactly.
like-
we're
it's
not making anything. We're just like the vessel through which you know what I mean. It's nice, and I'm glad this is gonna work out perfect. I think I don't have like a crazy big, huge, crazy audience, so it's not like it'll be too wild. It's not, you know what I mean. So it won't be too scary, but it'll be like plenty of people watching, enough that there's people in the chat. It'll be fun. I think you're gonna have a wonderful time. Won't be scary. You'll have two pros in the back helping you out. It's gonna be great. And everybody, please tune in. Again, here it is. It is this Saturday.
Just while you got that on the screen, Liam, right? If you see the bottom, it says Talk and Ball. It's actually on Talk and Ball. So if you're subscribed to the channel now that you're watching Talk and Ball, then this is on Talk and Ball. So if you go to the Talk and Ball page and you look for live, then you will see this because this is the live show for Saturday, and it's already listed on the Talk and Ball site, and that's where you'll find it, Liam.
Ash is on the team.
And whose news is saying, sorry, basically, just leave it there still because we've got more comments. So basically, if clubs make more money and get performance pay base rise, yeah, that's true. Then you've got whose news? There's a YouTube lecture from Oxford University about Soccermatics. Might be an idea for a show segment. We'll have a look at that.
You to lead it. Who's news?
We'll have a look at that. Who's news? We'll have a look at that. You've got Daniel Lee saying, hopefully Ash will have a Tottenham win away at Forest to talk about on her show on Saturday.
Big fingers crossed there. Yes. Huge.
And then you've got Chris
I'm confident you'll win. I'm confident.
Yeah, and then you've got Chris Agenbar with cool. Well, I was going to say, Ash, you must be confident because the banners that you've asked us to set up, there's quite a few there, so you must be. All I can say to the people,
they're not all to be set up. I've just sent you like possible banners depending on which player. Well,
yeah, but from the amount you sent to us, I'm looking at positivity.
It's gonna be good too. It's gonna be great. Yeah, and you do seem positive.
The funny thing is, I've not sent you any Notts Forest banners. I'm perfectly sure that we will win. So there's absolutely none of their players, none of their possible successes, nothing. I'm just it's a world in which I conceive a loss.
Yeah.
I wonder how many rival fans you're gonna get in the chat.
That
So,
is fair.
I mean, I would think so. Like at least just maybe Arsenal fans or Chelsea fans or something.
So can I just ask, just to educate me, you see the white writing underneath White Chat Lane? What does that say?
White
Uh,
Chat Lane.
Oh, does that say
It
White
just says
Chat Lane?
white
Does it?
lane.
Okay, all
But
right,
in
okay. In Hindi.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. That's good. That's good.
And then we got
Everything on the
the,
thumbnail is bilingual, so everything that you see in Hindi will have a English variant somewhere or
Yeah,
the other.
yeah. How we can look at Ash again now.
whoa, okay, and we can say talking ball. We need to figure out how to do talking ball in Hindi. That'd be awesome.
Right, so just to ask Ash, so how have you been received? I mean, I haven't watched every show that you've been on because I've had to work as well. How have you been received on other channels? Are they happy for you? Are people happy for your show and that?
Oh yeah, everyone's been really supportive. I'm just hoping that some of the people listening would be interested in watching a Hindi show because so many of them were English language shows. But wherever I've gone, um, go Beth. Thank you for helping with the thumbnail and everything. Beth's awesome. But yeah, they've been really supportive, and Bobby K sent the show out to all his Punjabi relatives in India.
Yay! That's awesome. That's
Yeah,
that's gonna be sick right there because he's got his family of the ones that got him into Spurs and they're still living in England. That's great. That'll be wonderful, Ash. I didn't know. I forgot to think about that. That's nice.
yeah. So a lot of people like that have just sent out the word or posted about it or hit me up with a like or something on Twitter. So it's just been great.
Good. I've reposted it on Twitter as well.
Yeah.
From 2 accounts. I know that Ellie's going to. If Ellie hasn't done it, she's going to be doing some stuff already for us as well. So yeah, hopefully it gets
Ellie likes to
traction.
do stuff closer too.
Yeah.
Ellie likes to do stuff closer too.
Yeah, hopefully it gets traction and you get the support that you need and that you get people to come on and maybe to even challenge your views, agree with your views, to have that two-way with you type thing. So that would be good to see. So yeah, obviously me and Colin are working on it, and we'll be in the background working away with you while you're doing the show, and we're looking forward to it. It's work for us, but we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, I've just made sure to repost the Instagram. Not Instagram,
it's just
sorry,
come up. It's just flagged up on my computer that says that you just reposted it.
Yep, I must have Instagram. That's Twitter. I'm sorry, I'm old, but no, I got it reposted on Twitter. So that's good.
I've seen Rakesh. Rakesh was asking the question last week, right?
About what it was going to be. He was kind of we were sort of alluding to it, and we were like, Rakesh, you're going to want to know.
I think Rakesh has said in the past in comments that there's not enough content, right? And there's not enough content going out to Indian supporters. And Rakesh was saying that would be something that's really good. But we couldn't say nothing at the time because we were still...
We had to just be like, yeah, that would be very cool.
But since we've announced it, I've seen Rakesh in a couple of other chats, and I've tagged him in the chats, and I've said to him, come back and view the announcement. But I've not heard back whether he has or not. Hello, Simon. Nice to have you here, sir.
Simon, very nice to meet you. It's really cool that you're here. We talk Spurs mostly, but we also talk about other football stuff, and then just sometimes life in general. Well, and my voice cracks sometimes, but it's very nice to have you here, Simon. Thanks a lot. Enjoy, and I hope you stick around, man. Hit the like and all that fun stuff. You know how it goes. You know what's up.
I mean,
there's my mom saying welcome. Sorry, Ash.
If Rakesh is a subscriber, then he probably get the notification. He probably see the thumbnail, and it's self-explanatory in some ways because it has Hindi on it.
Yeah, so Rakesh is sub to the channel. It's just that I wanted to make sure. I was hoping more to reach out to Rakesh to bring him so you can see it, so you can see that what he's talked about. We've actually done something about it. because we couldn't say nothing at the time because we were still working on it. So, yeah, it'd be interesting. But yeah, at the end of the day, football clubs, as we well know, are supported all throughout the world. It's not just here in England that English teams are supported. They are supported around the world. And it's good to provide commentary or a platform or something to open up people's eyes to it and stuff like that. So what Ash is going to be doing is going to be absolutely amazing. I mean, we see a lot of North American people do it, like yourself, Colin. You know, quite a few. You got Jacob. You got Brian's doing it from Canada as well. You got Bobby K doing it. You got Leo. You've got loads of North Americans, and then we've also got a lot of Australian community now that are doing it.
Oh yeah, now that Ange is taking over.
It's become bigger since Ange was there, and since Ange has been there, and now we're just adding another bow to the string of the Tottenham fan base by having Ash preach the word out to everyone in India, which it'd be great. It's going to be amazing.
And Ash was saying too. Ash was even agreeing that there's a surprisingly small amount of content for India for one, just how how populated of an area it is. How many Spurs fans are hopefully there too. So you can be. I mean, you're providing a service to people, and I'm sure they're going to appreciate you for it. So it's going to be awesome. Yeah.
So you were saying to me in a text exchange last night, you were saying to me that a lot of your friends are looking forward to it as well.
Yeah. They're mostly all, like, most of my friends watch football. They may not be Spurs fans. They're mostly rival clubs. Except Arsenal.
Nice. Maybe there'll be some banter. That'll be fun.
Yeah. But they'll definitely tune in and they probably just to like make fun of me, go haha. But they'll be there.
No, they'll be nice.
Yeah. Also, Liam, I don't have a Instagram page, but you can follow me on Twitter at @ashpadikois. So yeah, sorry. I should make one though. I should get onto that.
If you want them to follow, if you put it into the private chat, Ash, we can put it up for you if you want.
Yeah, so, that's a good idea. Jose, full of good ideas here.
So you've got I was going to say you've got Barbaric coming in saying what a beautiful party. Good evening to you. Good evening, Barbaric. Nice to have you again, sir.
He's talking to me mostly about the beautiful thing.
So you guys know. I hope you're well, Barbaric.
Yeah, hope you are well, my friend. Today's Champions League day, Ash. Are you excited for any of the matches that are going to happen today?
Sorry, this is an interesting comment. Sorry, Simon Stevens
says,
my daughter is Japanese and often frequents Korea, and you wouldn't believe how much Tottenham merchandise is around. I know Sonny's big there, but we are gathering quite a presence ourselves. Yes, Simon, you can see by the amount of Koreans that come over to this country, over to England, and the majority come and try to get tickets to go and watch Tottenham because of Sonny. You've got quite a few Koreans now going to watch Wolves because of Hwang Lee-chan as well. So the Koreans love their sport, and they kind of watch it. Brighton get a lot of Japanese support from Mitoma as well. So
but Sonny's huge. I feel like Sonny's on another level compared to those other guys. You know what I mean? Like Sonny's on another level of big.
Sonny's perhaps the best Asian player to ever have lived. Like I think so, at least. So that means that it's not just the South Koreans, but all of Southeast Asia and sometimes even South Asia is like Sonny, the best Asian player ever, the best Asian footballer ever. So there's a pride there for all of us.
He's bringing Asia together, all of Asia, because everybody's Asian. Because Sonny is Asian. Yeah, everybody is. Sonny is everyone. Yes.
Well, Barbaric, if you tune into us on a Friday, Barbaric, you can see that we do the predictions league and we do predictions results for the predictions for the games for the whole of the 10 games. And if you'd seen the predictions last week, the majority of people went for a Tottenham win. But I had, Barbaric, just so you know, I had said to people that we will eat our breakfast. So we will finish our breakfast, lunch, dinner, and pudding, and we would win 4-0. And that man, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, spoilt my party because had he not given away that pass for their goal, I would have predicted the correct result of 4-0. But yes, Barbaric, it was a great display, and we're hoping that we continue this and we take this into the game against Nottingham Forest away tomorrow night. Friday night. So, and then you've got Daniel Lee saying, "Are Man United huge in South Korea still as well?" I think,
Yeah, they really are.
Yeah.
They
I
must
think
be,
they-
yeah.
yeah, I
know.
would say 'cause, it's the same as in India. It's quite a few clubs. It's not just one club, is there? There's quite a few clubs that are supported.
Yeah. And you know, like Asians are really like loyalty is something like culturally prided. You see it in Sunny as well, right? I'm sure he must have gotten offers to go elsewhere, but he's like, no, I'm Spurs. So it's something that we sort of take pride in, and so a lot of people, once they pick a club, even though they can change as international fans, they never do. So generationally, there are people who supported Manchester United. There's also the historic
Gotcha.
connection because of the Manchester Mills. So they're fans for hundreds of years as well, like 100 years fans and things like that.
That's awesome. See, it's so cool having you on, just because we get views on and learn things that I didn't know before. I love it. So big up, Ash. I appreciate you more than you know. We've got plenty of cool cats in the house. But I just want to say hi to Jordy. Hoy yourself, my guy.
Hi, Jordy. It's been a while. Nice to see you.
Yeah, very nice to have you here.
So for Liam, it's there. That's Ash's X or Twitter handle. If you want to get in.
It's funny how everybody still says Twitter. No one's ever going to stop saying Twitter, I don't think.
And then you've got Daniel says, yeah, because of Park Yi Sung as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's what Ash was saying, that fans grew up liking him, and now their kids are growing up United fans as well because of that.
Like, even after Sunny leaves, they won't leave Spurs. Unless Sunny leaves to another club.
True. I think Sonny's going to retire at Spurs. No joke, but that might be crazy to me. He might go back to Korea for a while.
So you've got Barbaric saying, although he's not my favourite, I have to say he's pleased for Richarlison.
Oh, hell yeah. Richarlison, he deserves
the beer
it.
talk, always brilliant, the beer talk. He said, Ash is classing up the joint.
It was not quite classy enough.
It wasn't classy. Now we've become classy because Ash has classed us up.
Yeah,
I need to get a beard trim.
I need to get a beard trim and not look so homeless.
Class enough.
And Geordie's saying big up guys to us. And just before I go back to Simon, Geordie's also saying excited for our last group match against AC Milan. We discussed this earlier in the show of what an important game that will be tonight.
I predict a draw.
But they both need a win. To guarantee some form of European football, they both need a win. And I think
they're going to be trying so hard. I don't know. Just calling it now.
They're both also looking for a result in the other game as well that could propel one of these, if they win, through to the Champions League as well.
What if they both come out draws like I predicted?
If they stay as a draw, then Newcastle qualify for the Europa League because they're currently ahead of Milan on goal difference or playing each other.
Jordy, with my predictions, you guys go through. So hopefully I'm right. I won a bunch of money. You go through to the next round. So
you've got Simon's coming with saying Ange needed that win badly. I don't trust Levy after how fast he ejected Pochettino back in the day for a crack at the top four. I was scared for his job for a while there. He needs to switch it up sometimes. Ash, what do you think?
I think that I don't think that. I mean, Lee would have to be dumb, like ridiculously stupid to be firing Ange this season. I mean, because then all the heat would be back on him, at least for a while. Even if whether Ange wins or loses, the attention and the heat is all on Ange. That's why Levy was all picking him up with the "we got our Tottenham back" and stuff like that. Because then otherwise serious questions are being asked of Levy, and that's what was happening at the end of last season, where a lot of fans were leaving out, and people were criticizing him for so many decisions that he'd gotten wrong. So he'd just be stupid. Like, I don't think he's that stupid. We have our everyone has their problems with Levy, but he's not like he's a smart man at the end of the day, and he's a smart businessman, so he would never do that. Um, I do think that Ange doesn't need to switch it up. I just think that don't fix what ain't broke. At least give Ange the time to sort of put the system in place before you like say it's crap or you don't want it or throw the baby out with the bathwater. This whole he should play conservative, he should sit back sometimes. You don't actually know what works yet because you haven't actually seen it in its full entire form. So it's how can you judge something 15 games in when you haven't even gotten the players for it yet? You haven't even given him enough transfer windows yet, and nothing. I mean, there are Arteta's had 3 years, 3.5 years, and 4 years, I think, at Arsenal, and they finished eighth, and fifth. I'm sorry, like if
Exactly. That's exactly. I point to that a lot. That they had to, trust in his process, and it was a lot bumpier of a ride for them than it's looking like it's going to be for us.
Far faster, clearly
Yeah.
showing his managerial job.
He's shown that with a fit team, he can do it. I mean, I think the only reason we're having our slip up is because of squad fitness and availability of players. Maybe I'm being a little. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe it is his tactics. But Jose, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think, just judging by our earlier performances, what Ange was showing, that with a fully fit team, he's the man? I mean,
it's not really a fully fit team, though, is it? I mean, a fully fit team, we're missing some players still. But
no, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, do you think, since what he showed at the very beginning of the season with a fully fit team, do you think that if he that buys like that shows that when he does have a fully fit team, he's up there with some of the best managers in the league?
Fully fit or not, right? Ange has proven himself over the years. This is not his first rodeo. He's been doing it for 25, 30 years, and everywhere he's been, he's improved the teams. He's not had spending power and stuff like that. He's improved players at every club, improved systems, improved players, improved results, won titles, won silverware everywhere he's been. And there's a reason for that. It's because of him and what he does, the way that he comes across, the coaching staff that he has around with him. There's a whole multitude of things, but it all leads back to Ange. And so Ange could have the poorest players in the world, but Ange will improve them poorest players. So regardless of where Ange comes in and takes over a team, he will make that team better. Yeah, over time, if you back the manager and you listen to his philosophy and the views of what he wants to do, and you then invest, then of course you've got half a chance. That's what we need. We need that half a chance. Ange has given us and shown us, and the club and Levy, what he can do. So at the moment, Ange is footing his part of the bargain and more. What we need to do as a club is marry that other part of the bargain up to make it a whole. Do you see what I mean? So
100% agree. And I think everything's coming together. I think we're gonna do it. I really do. I think honestly, people are gonna laugh at me for saying this, but I think that people getting on Levy's back last season and chanting for Levy out at the matches and stuff, I think that might have shaken him, and he might have realized that he's got to get it right this time. Can't make another mistake.
Daniel is saying, I'll be honest, I think Sonny will end up at Hamburg for one season before he retires. I remember saying this in the past. Now, I'm not sure because he's new to the channel, but he says, Ash has a fabulous beard. I'm jealous. Couldn't grow nothing but whiskers when I was a young'un. If I grow a beard now, I get mistaken for Santa. Colin,
thank you, Simon. I'm trying really hard. I'm so happy that you noticed. It's
Ash Simon is the lady out of three, and the wildebeest at the bottom is Colin, who you may be referring to.
Yeah, it's all good. It happens all the time. We look a lot alike too. Ash,
twins.
Sometimes my mom doesn't even know.
Look at the Barbaric. Love the beard growth. How classy do you want it? Yeah. Get a bit of love for your beard there, Colin.
It's like a little homeless. My wife hates it right now, but I'm also extremely lazy.
And Geordie's saying he's still disappointed with the performance against Spurs, and then laughing. I mean,
I mean,
Geordie's a good lad, and you know we love Geordie, and I think Geordie saw the game for himself. And at the end of the day, Geordie, it is what it is. In all honesty, I thought we'd get the win, and I thought it'd be comfortable 4-0, like I said. And my reasoning before the match was purely because I've seen Newcastle for 3 games prior to that out on their feet, especially against Everton. They look dead tired.
He told me in private that his reasoning was because he's never been afraid of Newcastle and because Newcastle suck. That's what he told me. I'm just kidding. He never said that.
So therefore, you know, at the end of the day, I thought it'd be one-way traffic because with the way that we play, you know, Newcastle were bound to get tired and they had no legs at the end. And I hope, and I do hope, I want to see Newcastle get a result tonight against AC Milan. I really do. So for me, I'm keeping everything crossed that you definitely get your result tonight. Sorry, just moving on to want to catch up with the chat. So you got Adrian saying Ange will be the longest serving manager. Good afternoon, Adrian. Liam Harty is saying
Love Adrian.
have to give Ange 3 transfer windows at least. And the Geordie is saying Ange is a very good manager, mate. He will give some silverware for you guys very soon. And then Simon Stevens has come back in saying, I used to laugh at Arsenal fans saying trust the process, but now I'm saying it, lol. He needs time and backing. I hope Levy's smart enough to know he doesn't have enough for a top 4 to be expected. And then our resident Dan has come in saying difference with Arsenal process to ours is Arteta was allowed to release the players who were unwanted at his club and don't want to keep them around like a bad smell, which is what we kind of like said. Barbaric has come in saying it was no coincidence that we struggled for results when we lost Van der Ven, Romero and Maddison back to back. And I've missed one because I can see it, but I can't see it on here.
Where?
Have I missed the chat?
Sorry about that. Definitely referring to Colin.
That's it. There it is. Found it. Simon. So there you go, Ash. Sorry about that. Definitely referring to Colin about the beard.
Don't let it happen again. Simon.
Oh no! I thought my hard work was being recognized.
Yeah.
And then Beer Talk says there's 2 American players that play for Milan, so I've got to pull for them. So
I put up here what's going to happen today. City's going to win. PSG is going to draw. Newcastle are going to draw. Barca will win. That puts Newcastle through, you say, and then I turn $3 into $130. So
who's the third? So I know, obviously, please ignore my ignorance, but for AC Milan, you have the chap that they bought from Chelsea, who's American,
Pulisic,
and who's the other American then? Because he says there's 2 Americans.
Isn't it McKinney? Weston McKinney?
No, he plays for Juventus.
Oh,
he's Juve. He's not AC Milan.
Hold on 1 second. American players.
I'm trying to figure out who the second one is from Milan, but Beer Talk's referring to.
We got. It looks like Serginho Dest. Yep, it's Serginho Dest plays. They've also got. And then Onyewu plays. Does Onyewu play now? No, that's got to be old. Yeah, thank God. Okay.
Serginho Dest, was he not at Barcelona before?
I want to say that he was. Let me look that up. I don't know.
Serginho Dest is a really, 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 really good right back. I used to love watching him play. I'm sure he's the one that used to be at Barca, and he was really, really good.
Yeah, you're correct.
Beer Talk is saying Pulisic and Weah.
Oh, well. And
then Daniel Lee's coming with Timothy Weah. Yeah, Beer Talk is saying Timothy Weah again.
Where the hell does Serginho Dest play?
Dest plays for Dortmund now, Beer Talk says.
Who's sorry about that. Sorry.
Who's news says that he likes Dest.
Who doesn't?
And you've also got Barbaric coming in with Cool is a different animal when playing in the middle. Would love to see him there more.
Barbaric, we are on the exact same page, brother. 100%.
I don't know the last show that you tuned into, Barbaric, but I think the whole community is saying the same thing. Would you agree, Ash?
Sorry?
I think this comment that Barbaric is saying, I think the whole community, Yeah,
I think Kulu is not a winger. Kulu you know, we think he's a winger simply because he had those few good months when he first came into Spurs under Conte, where he was just amazing on the wing. But for Juventus, for his country, he plays behind the striker. He plays in that number 10 role. So that's his role. And we've just sort of been conned into believing that we were buying a winger and then sticking him on the wing. It's kind of like a crime almost, like the way Gareth Southgate puts Madison on the left wing. Um, for no reason, for like without any logic. So I think it's a similar thing. And
It's
still
like
believes he said something to that effect that he thinks he might still be good on the wing, etc. But we've clearly seen it. I hope Ange has as well, that he's a midfielder. He's a cam. That's what he is.
Yeah, I could see putting him out wide depending on the situation. Tactically, if it made sense, but he does seem more effective. You know what I mean? He more of his take-ons and stuff are successful and dribbles and things like that because he's got more room to operate. You know what I mean? So that's I don't know. That's what I've got to say about it. What do you think, Jose? Agreed. But that's why. Yeah,
down the middle.
Yeah, it's just because he's got more time.
I remember watching Kulu play for Juve, right? And when I watched Kulu play for Juve, Kulu played as a 10 for Juventus. He never played out in no wide roles and that. He always played the 10, and he looked really good. So when we bought him, I thought that he was going to play, and he probably did. I don't think he played out wide for Conte. I think he kept coming in and was quite a good foil for Kane in his first 6 months. And then all of a sudden, in his first full season under Conte, when we'd already secured fourth place, he then seemed to go out and play wide, and it's been used there ever since. It's only recently, and it's only through we've lost Maddison, that we've had to try different things. Now, from trying the different things, we've seen him in what I believe his best position is. Although I'm not a Kulu hater, I think Kulu brings a lot to the team whenever he plays. I think his work rate is phenomenal. I've said this all season, even when he played on the right. But I do like a Kulu playing in the middle. I do. I really like a Kulu playing in the middle. I think he's far more effective playing in the middle. Sorry, I just wanted to catch up some more chat. So we've got Simon Stevens. Goldbridge brought up a good point in his video today. Man United and Newcastle might have cost us top 5 because of dropping out of the Champions League. Villa are going to be hard to dislodge from the top 4. I don't know how the top 5, how many points were needed to get 5 teams into Europe next season, but I would hazard a guess that with the amount of points England have accumulated and racked up from the previous seasons, that even the teams left in it.
It doesn't work like that. I don't think it works like that. So this season, we have to rack up the most amount of points cumulatively across the Conference League, the Europa League, and the Champions League. All those teams' points are added up. And by that logic, the La Liga teams beat us out, I think, right now. So they would be getting that 5th Champions League spot in their league. It's something to that effect. I have to check, but it is possible that 5th spot may not open up because of our Man United's poor performance, especially in the Champions.
But the thing is, though, doesn't it still work on this year plus the previous 2?
I'm not sure.
It might not. I'm just thinking it might work around that way. But regardless of that, who are the favourites to win the Champions League? Manchester City.
Yeah, but I wouldn't rule out someone like Real Madrid. Because
I'm not saying that, but the favourites are Manchester City. So therefore, there's still a good. There's still a good chance that you'll get points because Aston Villa is still in the conference. There's a good chance for Villa to go all the way. And you still have Liverpool in the Europa League. There's a good chance for them. I'm not so sure about West Ham, but there's a good chance for Liverpool. So I still think that the English clubs have got a good chance. Losing one club Although saying that if Newcastle don't get through tonight for some reason, then that means they're out, and they don't get through to the other competition, then that'll be dropping points there as well. But
Even if City win the competition, for example, if there are 6 Spanish, or I think there's 6, right? If there's 6 Spanish clubs versus 4 British clubs, then what happens is over time, no matter how far those 2 or 3 may get, like not all of them will get that far, right? They'll still not have enough.
But then the Spanish clubs may not get far either because clubs get knocked out every round. So you go down from 16 to 8 to 4. So people
now
get
I think-
knocked out.
Have there been Spanish clubs that have been knocked out yet?
No, but they haven't but we haven't reached the final 16 yet, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but when you get to the final 16, if clubs drop out then, it
Yeah,
could be
yeah.
that 4 Spanish sides may get dropped out in the last 16, only 2 go through. So, at the moment, we're saying Man United doesn't help, is what we're saying.
Right.
And then you've got, Beer Talk saying Musa plays for Milan. Damn, I'm all kinds of confused today.
Me too. No, it's all good. It's all of us. Don't worry. It's
And then we've
everybody
got
today.
GBC. Good afternoon, GBC. Nice to see you here.
What up,
saying-
GBC?
Hello. Daniel Lee saying it's only one American who plays for AC that I can think of. It's Juve that have 2 American internationals.
No,
think you might be right.
Yunus. Isn't he
Actually-
American as well?
Who's that?
Yunus Musa, isn't he American as well?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you're correct. You're 100% correct. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up just to be sure. But yeah, I
He
think you're
said
right.
Musa plays for Milan is what Beer Talk is saying.
Yeah.
Born in
GBC
Ghana, but he represents the U.S. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
GBC fans says Madison left wing. Is that Southgate speaking? I don't know
Yeah.
who said Madison left wing.
I don't think any of us.
I was making fun of Southgate for. I was making fun of Southgate for putting Madison on the left wing.
Okay,
I
fair
think-
enough.
It's a crime against football.
Yeah.
It's sort of like when we played Ericsson on the left or on the right. Was it the right? Ericsson played on the right, if I'm remembering correctly. I don't know. Ericsson played though on one of the wings. Maybe the left makes more sense, being that he was left-footed. I think.
So Adrian has used his time wisely and gone back and started looking because Adrian, if people don't know Adrian, Adrian has a Facebook page for Tottenham fans, which has got 12,500 subscribers. 12,500
Jeez.
subscribers. It's on Facebook, Tottenham Diehards, Tottenham Till I Die. Quite a good page. So if people want to go and head over and look for that, they could do. But they do a section there, or Adrian does a section where he updates it regularly with news and sources and players that we're going for. So for today, he's told us that for centre backs, Tottenham have currently got Uruguay's.
Sorry, I moved. I'm terrible person.
He's currently got Uruguay's Sebastian Cáceres, Everton's Ben Godfrey, Genoa's Radu Dragusin, Benfica's Morato, and Sporting Lisbon's Gonzalo Inacio are centre backs that are currently linked with Tottenham. And then you've got Who's News with his scouting saying looks like Spurs scouted the 2023 Africa Under-23 Cup of Nations because Bilal Canusa's what a player he is, by the way. And then we've got down here, think a young, less greedy Portuguese Ronaldo. I think he's
That's
talking
quite
about
a shout.
Musa. Is that Musa he's talking about?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. And then GBC's coming with Conte didn't use wingers. He used Sonny and Kulu as cams behind Kane,
That
Which
is
is what I
quite
did. which is what I said when Kulu first came to the club for the first 6 months. He played the 10 role for me, and he looked absolutely impressive playing in that role for the 6 months behind Kane. And then last year, he was taken away from that role. Who's News? US development sides have been excellent to watch in the tournaments.
Hopefully that'll continue to the actual, men's teams.
And
It would be
GBC
nice.
Sorry, GBC was saying, but yeah, he's a midfielder, but he did sometimes play right wing for Juve. God, the chat is popping today. Right,
I
Simon
know,
Stevens saying Kulu and Hill could be a model.
I like this comment a lot.
do a job on the wing, but you won't see the magic until you drop them into midfield and give them the license to be free. I still have hope for them.
Big up, Simon. That's awesome. Yeah, that's a really good point there, and I agree with Kulu. His game seems to have elevated by being in the middle, and maybe the same will happen with Hill. Hill hasn't really gotten that chance. So
last year I got into a fight with someone in the comments when I made this point, because they were just like, how can you compare the two? There's no similarity whatsoever. Well, who's laughing now? So
us, all of us, we're laughing. But yeah, people in the comments are, they get so sure they're right about something, and they don't want to then ever say they're wrong, so they'll like die on a hill on some silly argument. But no, it's all good. Yeah, but
right, and then the next we've got
who's news. Oh, wait, I'm saying who's best. Somebody's best friends with best.
There's a great opportunity. English clubs winning every European competition. England will be fine. GBC saying City, Liverpool, Villa, and West Ham are going to have to carry the English coefficient.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not ruling out Newcastle, because Newcastle could still get through tonight to one of the European cups, whichever one it may be. City, Liverpool, and Villa got it locked on this season. Who's news? Go put money on Spurs winning the league.
If I win the bet today, I'll put it all on Spurs winning the league.
And then you've got Simon Stevens saying, my son keeps me updated on all the best players and who they play for. I used to notice a few when I used to see him playing FIFA. I don't play it myself, though, so I don't know who's up and coming.
Yeah.
Then,
It's clear that you don't play FIFA, because FIFA has now separated from EA Sports, and so it's FC24 is the game you were playing.
Yeah. And
then
you've got Adrian saying the Spurs recruitment are busy trying to get deals agreed to sign players early in the transfer window. And then you've got good afternoon, John Mikalev. It says, big up you guys, discovered you guys by accident. Love the show, keep up the good work. John Mikalev, thank you for being here. And I think at this time that John Mikalev is here, and the GBC fan and Simon Stevens and that, it would be good to, and everybody else, we've got 25 people watching at the moment, and it would be good to bring up a banner again to show Ash, the lovely Ash, on the show that she will be presenting on Saturday. So,
boom. Let me get this comment off of here. Boom. This is a good time to show Ash. So Ash, tell everyone again. We're making you just say this all the time, but Ash has a show on this channel this Saturday. And Ash, you want to tell the good, fine folks what your show is about?
So it's basically a Hindi show, and it's a bilingual show that is going to act as a bridge between all of the English-speaking fans that are on the YouTube community and the Indian fans who watch football but don't really have any place to find a community on YouTube because there isn't enough Hindi content. So it's for those fans, and I hope that everyone here reaches out to those fans and welcomes them to the Spurs community, even if they can't speak that much English. So it'll be great. It'll be great. Good fun.
So I think it's this will be streaming on Talk and Ball on the channel that you're currently watching from now, and also be streaming from LTL Cockroach. It'll be a dual stream where we'll be putting that out there, and it will be Ash presenting the show and doing what Ash wants to do, because we're Ash's beck and call. Whatever Ash wants, she shall be given, and we're hoping that the support will come for Ash in her debut show, and we're sure that she'll do really, really well. And from speaking to Ash privately, between Colin and myself, Ash is really, really, really looking forward to it. So we're happy to have Ash with us.
100%. Couldn't have said it any better myself. Ash, again, thanks for teaming up with us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited to be part of your project as well. Me and Jose, you're excited. We're excited. We get to be part of this cool project. And
school project.
Cool project.
I thought you said school project.
No, but
sorry, my bad.
Considering I think it works both ways.
So we're calling this our school project. I'm glad to be a part. Yeah, we're bringing Spurs to some new people, hopefully. So
And boss, what at it? Welcome back. Oh, it's that way. Welcome back, Josh.
welcome,
Cheers,
Josh.
cheers.
Yeah,
So welcome back, Josh. So currently we were talking about obviously the show that's coming up. Adrian has come in saying that 5th place for the Europe Champions Football is based on how well every English team does in every competition. I'm aware of that, Adrian, but what I was saying is it based on this year's, because the season finishes before the European competitions finish, or is it based on this season plus the previous 2? So that's what I was trying to understand. Is it only based on one season, or do they still base it back on previous ones? Liam is saying that Junior apparently close to being agreed. Who's Junior? Oh, Illing Junior from Juve. I've heard that twice on Twitter today. I've seen it twice. 2 reporters.
what
saying
position
the
does
same
he play? I'm a nonce. I mean, that's not the word I meant to say at all. Holy crap! I meant to say novice. Wow, that came out so bad. But anyway, scratch that forever. But how do you? What position does he play?
Illing Junior plays out wide. Can play wide can play in a 3. He's an England under 21 international. He left Chelsea as academy and signed for Juve.
Oh, wow. Cool.
He's played for Juve a couple of 3 times this season. He's played for Juve. He made a double figure appearances last season, and some were off the bench. And a lot of people are saying that that he's a really, really good player, one with a future, and that. And a lot of people are saying that we are really close. We're in discussions with him, and we're really close to getting him. If that was the case, I will tell you now that has Don Paratici written all over it. Forget about bringing Langin and McDermott and all that. This has Paratici written all over it.
I mean, I did see those rumors, like on my football app, but honestly, if it happens, I'm quite excited about it. Simply because I feel like he's the kind of player that Ange would like, and he's fast and he's tall and he's quite strong for someone this young. So I think it should be interesting, and it would be a. I think he's left wing, so I think he'll be an upgrade on Hill. So on the bench, if we're trusting a player, I would rather him than Hill.
Hold. Sorry. For one, I think I agree on that as well. Just from the bits that I've seen, just now, I looked up on YouTube. I have a YouTube video
have you heard anything, Josh, or what do you think, mate?
I don't know. I don't know too much about Junior, so I don't really want to comment about it because I don't really know too much about him. Yeah.
Yeah. I totally get that.
You've got a few people in here. So Adrian's now saying this. Samuel Junior Dill is supposedly close to being finalised a left wing playmaker.
Sweet, that'd be awesome, man.
Although Liam Hart says I would rather Johan Bakayoko. And Hughes News is coming in saying Illing Junior's left wing. Illing Junior's left winger plays left back, mainly a powerful winger.
Sweet.
And GBC, yeah, Paratici, my criminal.
My criminal, yeah,
my criminal. We call him our chef here. He's our chef. We don't call him criminal. We call him our chef.
Yeah, Salt Bay. But real quick, I know you already put it up, but I wanted to big up again, John. Thanks, John. Thanks for accidentally discovering the channel. I'm really glad that you're here, man.
And just for those that don't know, we are dual streaming this on 2 channels. So if you're here on Talk and Ball, because that's where you found us, then please go over and support me as well on LTL Cockerel. And I'm going to go look on LTL Cockerel. So those on LTL Cockerel, if you haven't subscribed already, come over to Talk and Ball.
It's easy to do. It helps us both out. We both appreciate it a lot. We put quite a bit of work into this, and even though you wouldn't always know it, but no, we put quite a bit of work into this, and it's really nice to have your support, everyone. Josh, everybody, this is Grizz, my cat. Say hello to Grizz. He's trying really hard to be on the show today. Grizz, who do you think is going to win this weekend? Is Spurs going to get the win, Grizz? Yeah, he says we're going to win. He says we're going to win 3-2, but it'll be close. says our defense is going to look bad. Maybe, and he said that Romero's going to get sent off. Grizz, get out of here. I don't like your prediction. But according to the cat, yeah, then we're going to have Romero sent off, and we're going to win 3-2. So everybody
So what?
know.
You think that Romero tackle was a red card? What are you saying?
I don't know. That's just what gets my cat. That's what he's saying. But so I'm not really sure. But guys, there are a bunch more comments in here, and it kind of gets things going a little bit. But Daniel E was talking about, we had that Modric comment up above. I think it was actually from Simon, who's right here. But he was saying that maybe sort of like Modric, we need to see guys like Hill, guys like Kulu in the middle. We need to see them in the middle to shine. They start, because Modric started out on the wing, but Daniel says that Modric was crazy good, and that's why he worked out on the wing, was because he was such a good.
Modric is different. It's a different beast to Hill. He's more like Kulu in the sense that they're both like stocky. I wouldn't call Kulu short, but they're both stocky, but they have good hold up ability, which is why they're so good at the midfield. I agree with that. Hill has good technical ability, but it's very like ball playing technical ability. He's not really particularly known for his hold up play, so he'll get bullied off the ball in a way that Modric would never get. Especially considering the kind of sort of 6 to 8 role that Modric has played throughout his career. After he was switched from the wing.
Look, I'll be honest. If the question is whether or not you want to start playing Hill in the middle, I couldn't think of a worse position for Hill to play except for goalkeeper. Honestly, for me, Gil is a La Liga player. Everyone knows my thoughts on players and how some players suit the Premier League, some players don't. I don't know. Gil's a player, in my opinion. I think when you compare him to Modric, you can't even compare the two players. And even though Modric wasn't jacked up and maybe wasn't as physical as others, he is one of the smartest footballers the world has ever seen. He is genuinely the world's smartest footballer. He's definitely top 3 world's smartest footballers out there. Now, I think when you don't have any physicality, you have to have the attribute of, going forward and having an open mind and intelligently making a correct move. That's not what Hill has. I'm not saying he can't develop it, but I'm saying in the Premier League, you can see he doesn't have that. Maybe if he goes to La Liga, where I think, when he's got more time on the ball, he's got more time, to flick through a couple passes. It's easier. Same thing. Why do we not see Lo Celso ever play that more of a high position? Why do we never see him? Why do we always see him play that midfield role, deeper midfield role? Because at the end of the day, if Lo Celso plays up high, he's not going to have near as much time as he has on the ball when he's playing in Serie A. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen in the previous, but when he played for Argentina, maybe not Argentina, when he played for Real Betis and it was Valencia, I think he was playing at, he was sometimes also playing as a striker. Now, you're saying Lo Celso as a striker? What are we saying here? It doesn't go together. But, when he plays a striker in La Liga, you've got so much time on the ball. That's the biggest thing in football is the amount of time you spend on the ball. Because players spend around, I would say, 6 seconds at 6 to 10 seconds at most on the ball on one time. And 10 seconds is even a lot of time. So think about it being a midfielder, having around 3 seconds, you get the ball, bang, out your feet already. You have to. So I don't know, but Kulusevski in the midfield is definitely a huge boost for us. 100%.
Yeah, agreed. Big time agreed. And long may it continue. Yeah, guys. So you hear the jazz music in the background. The jazz is usually a sign that the show is winding down. We like to get things kind of chilled out with some jazz. So we're getting close to the end of the show. I'm getting ready to have to work here soon. But just wanted to kind of chill out and talk a little more about Spurs. We've got the match. We've got the match coming up. We've got Ash's wonderful show pretty much right post-match. Hopefully it's a good. What's good is Ash. It's going to be good content either way. We're gonna have you're gonna have something great to talk about. You're gonna be either mad at the boys and give them your scathing review, or you can be happy and have a nice. It's going to be a lot of fun either way. So everybody, I know we're just smacking you in the face with this, but that's the point. tune in Saturday for Ash's show, White Chat Lane, and it's gonna be awesome. And she's got another presenter with her, who's a big player in the India Spurs world. So definitely check that out. And yeah, that is that. Does anybody else though have anything else to say? I want to say again, if you're watching this on my channel, make sure to also go to Jose's channel, El Tel Cockerel, and like and subscribe there. Talking Ball and El Tel Cockerel, we dual stream on both. So if you've liked on one, please like and subscribe on the other. And boom, thank you so much. And I just got Taco Bell. Beth is the best. Everybody say hi to Beth.
Right, so hi Beth. Hi,
Everyone says hi.
and thank you, Beth, for what you've done.
She's so nice. She's the best. I'm lucky. I'm a lucky guy.
So we've got Evening, Colin, Jose, Ash, and Josh, and everyone in the chat from Jim.
Jimbo.
I'm looking forward to Jim's 12 Days of Christmas. I'm counting down. He watched mine yesterday, so I'm going to watch his. Apparently, we're quite similar in what we've done, although we did separate shows. So I'm quite looking forward to it. So get over. It's on Mia's channel, Spurs Between the Lines, and you're looking out for Jim. I think he's day 4 or day 5. Currently today, they released day 2, so that'll be a good watch. We have Leo.
What
Come
up,
on,
dude?
Leo.
You came just as we were ending, unfortunately,
Big up,
man. You
Leo.
have to get here earlier tomorrow. Yeah, Leo,
and
good to see you, buddy.
Adrian saying Spurs to win on Friday and Brennan Johnson to score against his old club.
Oh, it's written in the stars. It's written in the stars.
Will he celebrate? Will he celebrate? That's the question.
And a GBC fan says we need someone who can threaten the absolute out of Romero, kind of like how Emi Martini does in Argentina. And then you've got a lot of love coming from everybody towards each other. And then you've got GBC fan, because no one needs him. Daniel also, he's a left wing back, and they're risky.
Who are we talking about?
It was one of the players that it might have been one of the players that we've been linked with. Daniel Lee says, I agree. I agree. Hill would get destroyed in the middle. Big up the chat. They're big up with each other. Daniel Lee saying, yeah, I agree. Hill don't even half a quarter of Modric football IQ on the pitch. Who's News says what the scouting team will do is think multiple transfer windows in advance. Now it's in place, which is I agree with that. It's future planning. Hill plays too much with fear and doesn't play on the half turn.
Yep.
Good evening, David Clark. How are you, David? Nice to see you here again. And David Clark says Sessegnon makes Anderton the fittest player ever to play for Spurs. Sessegnon makes Anderton look the fittest player ever to play for Spurs. Sell him in a garage sale.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
We have Alan. Alan, nice to see you.
Hey,
Alan.
what's up, Alan? Unfortunately, I was gonna say sorry to everybody that we are winding down and ending just as everybody's coming in. I feel really bad, but
Beer Talk says big up Alan. Sees the love's going back to Alan, and we have a few people that are bigging up Alan in the chat. And then who's news saying Illing can play either side and also take penalties. It's always a good sign. Certain element of trust goes with the penalty taker. Right. Before we go, Ash. Sorry, not Ash. We're going to finish off with Ash. It's over to Josh. Josh, where can we find you, mate? When are you on?
So once again, on YouTube, on Spurs Live, you'll find me there every single day, putting up content, non-stop content, on the grind. You know how it is. So, just go subscribe there. Any subscriber will matter, will mean so much to me, obviously. Trying to grow that platform. Just hit 18K on Instagram, so much appreciated. And, big up to everyone. Smash the subscribe button on this channel, my channel, and Ash, you got a channel?
Did you say you hit, sorry, Josh, did you say you hit 18,000 on Twitter?
Instagram.
Tell your Instagram people to come and join YouTube and follow you there, mate. You get
mate, don't you worry. I've been trying to. They'll come.
Fantastic.
They'll be there, man. Absolutely. So and look, I was on it, but so was Tot Spurs. Thank you, my mod friend. It says sub to Josh for some great Spurs content.
Thank you very much.
Sorry, Tot Spurs. Can you also put up Alan's time added on, please, because he's a good guy as well, and on this channel we like to support the whole community. So please, if you can, go over and subscribe to Alan's channel. If you
just a girl who loves Spurs, another great Spurs channel, United Spurs of America with Jacob, wonderful Spurs channel, very good friend of mine. So yeah, there's all kinds of good Spurs stuff out there. Everybody, please support all channels, spread the love, and once we get out and sing, anybody have any last things to say before we head out? I gotta go.
That was Ash. Sorry, that was Josh telling us when he's going to be and where next. And now over to Ash. Ash, where can we find you apart from this great show that you're doing on Saturday? Where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter if you want. It's Ash Paddy Coys. It's at Ash Paddy Coys. It's in the chat somewhere. I'll add it again if you want.
I'll do it now. It's all right. I'll do it now. So on X. So if you want to hook up with Ash on X, I will put her details for X now. So that's where you can find Ash. Are you on any shows tomorrow at the moment, Ash?
No, but I will be on Coov in the Kang on Friday night. I'm not sure what that translates to in UK time. So everyone just go visit their channel and press the bell icon. So you
on three Spurs boys, yeah, three Spurs boys. They usually do about 10:30 in the evening English time. So that'll make it very early in the morning for you, Ash.
Yeah,
Ash never sleeps.
Yeah.
Ash never sleeps. But guys, I'm so sorry. I do have to run.
And then also as well, what we will say is that there's a possibility that we may also get Ash tomorrow to give it another plug tomorrow on the channel. If not, we'll do it Friday. But we'll definitely be plugging Ash's show for Saturday. So please, if you can, it's going
to be a big deal, guys.
If you can make it, please support Ash. And if you can't make it, then go to the link and on Talk and Ball, find the show that's for Saturday, and leave her a good luck message, and a comment, and we could take it from there. But thank you very much, everyone, for coming on today. Colin,
you guys are legends. Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. Right,
so thank you very much for coming on, guys, today. Thank you to everyone in the chat for taking part. The chat has got busier and busier over the last couple of weeks, and it's hard. I'm now realising why other channels don't read every single one out. But we made a commitment that we will try to read everything out, and that's what we will continue to do on this channel until we say we can't.
Exactly. There might come a point where we can't, but if we get there,
for where the channel is for sure. So yeah.
Are you back tomorrow at 4:00, Colin?
Oh.
I think Colin's back tomorrow at 4:00. I think that was his answer. He's coming back tomorrow at 4:00. So thank you very much, everyone. And
I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. I said we're back on tomorrow at 4:00.
Yep, same time, same place.
It's the same time, same place tomorrow at 4:00. And my last comment is, come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Come on, Tottenham. Let's go.
Let's go. And come on, James Madison, right?
Yeah,
I was going to say.
Can't forget James.
And come on, James Madison. My team has got James Madison. James Madison is what we need. Whoa, thank God we got James Madison. This kid plays ball like you would never believe. Whoa.